Hey, what's up? I'm Dominique, and today I'm going to be showing you how I create my signature everyday makeup look. And every time I do my makeup, I want my base to look as glowy and fresh as possible, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I mean, forget the cameras, forget all this. This is the actual makeup routine that I do on a daily basis. And of course, I'm going to be sharing the products that I've been actually obsessed with recently. And trust me, I got a lot because my favorite makeup products change all the time. And of course, this video is beginner friendly. I'm welcoming all makeup skill levels to sit here and be my little makeup bestie for the day as I show you exactly how I do my makeup every single day. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and let's get started. Okay, we gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these little bangy doodahs, okay? You know, I don't know why I've been calling my bangs bangy doodahs recently, okay? You know, it does have a little bit of a nice ring to it, so might as well, right? Okay, so should I put my bangy doodahs back with this little claw clip, or should I go the old-fashioned headband route? You know, I think I'm gonna go with the headband route. That seems like the safest choice. Oh. Oh no. Now why is my hair doing this? Why do I look like a peacock? Or maybe I look like I just got electrocuted. Or maybe I'm even doing a super Y2K hairstyle look. But whatever is happening here is not cute. And quite honestly, I was not expecting that from this. Not cute at all. We don't love that. Okay, I think that we got it to a good spot. Shout out to this claw clip right here because it really came through and saved the day, as you can see. Okay, anyway, let's actually get started on this look. Oh, before I do that, I gotta start off every look by opening a fresh can of Dr. Pepper. This is my favorite soda, and if we're really talking about things that we do every single day, for me, of course, having a Dr. Pepper would fall under that category. So, cheers! So for an everyday look, I actually love to start off with a really nice foundation primer. And the one that I've actually been loving recently is an oldie but a goodie. Ew, that phrase is kind of cringe, but hey, it's the truth, really. And the primer that I'm going to be using today is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. And you know, when I think of foundation primers, I classify the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer as an OG classic primer. Oh, so the maintenance crew decided to start power washing the sidewalk as soon as I started filming this, didn't they? Yes, thank you, maintenance crew, thank you. No, for real, I am very grateful for them, but the noise they're making right now is just not cute, you know? So I'm so sorry if you hear them in the background, but the way that I use this primer is very simple. All I do is pump a little out onto my cheeks, and truly, you do not need a lot of this primer. A little bit goes a really long way. And then I just go ahead and rub it in with my fingertips. And I like to concentrate it mainly where I have the most pores, so on my cheeks, and then I'll bring some up to my nose, and of course, whatever's left over on my fingertips, I'll bring up to my forehead. Now this is a really nice pore smoothing primer. And what that means is that it's really going to help to smooth out any pores or texture that you have on the skin. And in my opinion, when I do my makeup every single day, I want it to look as smooth and flawless as possible, right? And for me, I think a really nice pore smoothing primer is going to help you do that. Because if you start off with a really nice primer as a base, you're really helping to set up your skin for success. And I seriously can't even lie to you, I've been so obsessed with this primer lately because my skin looks so good. I mean, it was just sitting in my drawer for so long and I totally forgot about it until I used it one day and I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, where are my pores? They look so good. And ever since then, I've been using it literally every single day. But in person, not only does my skin look super smooth, but it feels so smooth. Now here's where things get a little bit strange. I'm someone who loves a good full glam look, right? But when I do my makeup every day, sometimes I don't want to be as full glam as I do other days. So I've actually been using a little bit of a combination between two different foundations. And I know that seems extra, yes, because it is actually. But you'll get it because these two foundations just complement each other so wonderfully. So first I like to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. And in this I wear the shade number 3, Light Medium. I really love this product right here. I love that it has this wand because I'm always in a rush. So this wand really makes it so easy to just draw all over your face. It's super quick and you really don't need a lot. I'm a dry skin queen, so I really love a good fresh glowy makeup look, and I can't lie, this product right here really gives exactly that. Sometimes when I'm really in a rush, I'll just wear this and I won't put anything else on top of it. Then I'll just take my HAUS Labs foundation brush, and this little baby is my tried and true. I love this foundation brush so much. I use it every single day, and I'll just start tapping this out and pressing it into my skin. And the real reason why I love this product so much is because it's super lightweight on the skin, but it really only gives the skin a light coverage. So that's why I like to go in with another foundation right on top, and that will really seal in the deal and give me the coverage that I'm looking for. Now here's my little flawless foundation foundation secret right here. So first, I'm gonna take a really nice dewy setting spray. This is from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I really love this stuff right here. If you really drench your face with it, you're gonna have the most beautiful glowy skin ever. So of course, sign me up. That's exactly what I'm looking for this look. I'm gonna give my skin a really nice spray. I don't really want to oversaturate it at this point. I just want it to be a little bit moist. And then I'm going to take a beauty sponge. It doesn't matter what beauty sponge you have. You could use it wet, you could use it dry. It really doesn't matter, because actually with my setting spray, I'm just going to give the bigger side of the sponge a nice spray. And then I'm going to tap it off on the back of a towel just so it's not too wet, you know, because if it's too wet, you could actually separate your makeup. So you want to make sure that it's more damp than it is wet. Now, once the setting spray is still a little damp, but not completely dried down, take the beauty sponge and just help to press the product into the skin. When you're doing this step right here, you're actually helping to smooth out the foundation. The sponge is going to pick up any extra product that's just sitting on top of the skin, and that's typically the product that would just sit on top of the skin and look super cakey. So we're eliminating all that just by using this little sponge. And by doing this step right here, your skin is going to look so insanely smooth and flawless. Like I'm telling you, your makeup is going to be unclockable in person. And you know, this might seem a little bit extra to you, because honestly, it kind of is. But personally, I found the more extra that I am with my makeup, the better it looks in person. And you know, the more you do this routine, the more you get faster at it, because when I'm in a rush, you should see me sitting here at my desk, okay? My arms are like flying everywhere, like so fast, because I just like know what to do next. Like, it's insane. Now it's time to really seal the deal with a second foundation. I know. Just hear me out. So today I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. And in this, I have the shade 6 Neutral. So I'm just going to pump out one pump of the foundation on the back of my hand. Since I have a nice base layer down from the e.l.f. Halo Glow already, I'm just going to use one pump of foundation to cover my entire face. You know, I might actually use a little bit less than one full pump actually. So again, with my HAUS Labs foundation brush, I'm just going to pick up a little off the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start stamping it onto my skin, mainly in areas where I need more coverage. So for me, that would be my cheek area, and then a little bit on my forehead as well. Now when I'm going in with the second foundation on top, I'm really making sure to only use the tiniest amount of foundation as possible. This is mainly just adding a little bit of extra coverage and some glow to the skin, and I'm really making sure to only put it in areas that need it. And honestly, only using a little bit of foundation at a time is a serious life hack right here. So now I'm actually going to go back in with the setting spray. I'm going to give the foundation a really nice spray, not too much though. I'm going to spray the back of the sponge, dry it off on the back of the towel, and then with a sponge, I'm just gonna press the foundation into my skin. And oh my goodness, if you thought my skin looked good before, it looks even better right now. And I don't even know how that's possible. You're telling me that I have 2 layers of foundation on and it still looks this lightweight and thin and so beautiful? I'm loving this so much. Dr. Pepper break. Yes. Now after foundation, I always go in with some concealer. And today I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. And in this, I have the shade 180. Recently, I've been loving this concealer. It's a really nice lightweight concealer that still adds a nice amount of coverage to the skin. And it works so nicely as an eyeshadow primer as well, which I love me some concealer for an eyeshadow primer. I can't tell you the last time I actually used an eyeshadow primer that's supposed to be an eyeshadow primer for an eyeshadow primer, if that made any sense. I've just been using concealers. They work so good for me. I just love the full coverage base that it provides to my eyelid. It really helps to set the eyeshadow up for success. Of course, I use my concealer to brighten up my under eye, but I also like to highlight the center of my face with my concealer as well. So I apply some to the tip of my nose, the center of my forehead, in between my eyebrows, and on my chin. I will say this concealer gives the skin a little bit of a radiant finish, so that's exactly why I've been loving it recently, especially for a glowy, fresh look. When I blend out my concealer, I always like to start at the bottom of my concealer, and I work my way up towards my lower lash line so I can make sure that I place the least amount of product right underneath my lower lash line. Right underneath my lower lash line, I have the most creases, so I want to make sure that I don't put a lot of product there, or else you can risk the chance of your concealer creasing up and breaking up throughout the day, because naturally concealer is going to crease underneath the eye no matter what concealer you use, honestly. But you can really limit how much creasing happens by how much product you place right where you have the most creases. Oh my gosh, do you see how good this concealer is making my under eye look? It's so bright, so smooth and flawless. Yes, Makeup by Mario, I am so here for this. Okay, I have... Oh my gosh, they're literally power washing the sidewalk right outside my window right now. I'm dead. Okay, I have to ask, is anyone else so excited for the Wicked movie? Oh my god, I don't know if it's just me, but I seriously cannot wait for that movie to be released. You know, I can't lie, I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan. I love her, and I've been a huge fan of her since she was on Nickelodeon, okay? So from the minute that I heard that she got the part as Glinda in Wicked, I was shook. I knew that I needed to watch that immediately. I've literally been counting out the days. I've been waiting for months. I've been watching all the behind the scenes, all the trailers, all that kind of stuff. And Cynthia Erivo, oh, I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't. I'm gonna be so shook. And I already know I'm going to be seeing it multiple times once it comes out because I literally cannot wait to see it. Pretty sure I will be posted up in front of that movie theater just so I can see it immediately. I'm so intrigued. Where are they gonna stop the first movie? Are they gonna stop it at the intermission that the musical would typically stop at? Because the first movie is gonna be basically the length of the entire musical. So I'm so intrigued to see what they add to it. And all in all, I just can't wait to watch Wicked anytime I want once it comes on streaming. Now, as you can see, I'm using my sponge to help press the concealer into my skin. I will seriously do this step after every single cream product that I apply to my skin. You know, we're creating layers of makeup on top of our skin, right? So why would we have layers that just go like this? You know, they just build up over time. But after I apply a layer that makes this whole thing a little bit thicker, I take my beauty sponge and I help to press it down, 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 down. So the base just keeps getting more thin and thin, even though I'm applying more product on top. Now is the time of my makeup routine where I have to go in with some cream blush and bronzer to add some color to my face. So first I like to go in with some cream bronzer. And honestly, recently, I can't lie, I've been back to being obsessed with my LYS bronzer stick. I don't know if you know, but this bronzer stick had me in a complete chokehold for so long. Seriously, I wouldn't use any other bronzer stick ever besides this one until I tried out the Say Liquid Dew bronzer. And then I completely stopped using the LYS bronzer stick because this little baby took over my entire life. So recently I decided to go back and reuse the LYS bronzer stick for the first time in a really long time, and what do you know, I'm absolutely hooked again. I haven't stopped using this for weeks now, so my love for this is fully back. So I like to apply this by just adding a few dots onto my cheek, and I like to mainly keep this in the hollows of my cheekbones because, you know, I'm trying to get my face to look snatched and chiseled. And then I like to apply a little bit to the perimeter of my forehead, and then of course I'll add a little bit to the sides of my nose as well. Oh, and last but not least, I'll apply a little bit on the jawline, and then with a little brush, I'm just gonna tap out all the cream bronzer onto my skin. Now this cream bronzer has seriously stolen my heart because of how easily it is to blend out. I'm not kidding, it blends completely out in 5 seconds. Genuinely insane. I don't know how this formula is so creamy, but it's one of the most creamiest bronzer sticks that I've ever tried. I mean, do you just see how flawless and smooth this looks instantly? That's really why I love it so much, because you don't have to try that hard to make it look good. I know that I can count on this bronzer stick to make my skin look so good every single time. It's very reliable. I'm using the shade Harmony right now, which is a medium shade, and I just love the amount of warmth that it gives to my skin. It's not too warm so that it looks orange on the skin, but it definitely warms it up in such a beautiful way. I'm literally obsessed with it. Now because we applied a cream product to my skin, it's a must every single cream product, okay? I know you're getting sick and tired of me saying this, but I just need you to know how important this step is. So with my beauty sponge, I'm just gonna tap the bronzer stick into my skin and just wait, because after I do this, it's gonna look so flawless. It's gonna look insanely good. And of course, the LYS bronzer stick does it once again. Now it's time to blush out these cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. And today I'm going to be using the shade Dusty Rose. I have been on a mission to collect all of these liquid blushes from e.l.f. because that is simply how good they are. I'm gonna start off by applying about 1 dot to my cheek. These babies are so insanely pigmented, so you really only need 1 dot and you're good. The good news with that though is that this product is going to last you a really long time. And then I'm just gonna blend it all out with a brush. This is another product that literally blends out in 2 seconds flat. I can count on this blush to look so pigmented and also give my skin a really nice hydrated look while never ever leaving any harsh edges behind. And this right here is simply 1 dot of the blush. You can see how pigmented she is. But because I'm a little bit extra when it comes to the blush department, I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more. e.l.f. honestly just released the Camo Liquid Bronzers. Oh my god. They come in the exact same packaging as this, but they're liquid bronzers instead of blushes. And I can't lie, I'm so shook. I need every single shade of that too, because if the formula of those bronzers is the same as the blushes, oh my god, I'm gonna be shook. I wonder how it's gonna compare to the LYS bronzer stick or the Say Liquid Dew bronzer. I'm sure after I try it, I'm gonna have 3 favorite cream bronzers instead of 2. This Dusty Rose shade is so perfect for an everyday look. It's so natural while helping to brighten up the skin, which definitely helps make your makeup look a lot more fresh. And the fact that the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes is only $8, that's honestly insane. insane. Now I'm gonna give my skin a little spray, and with my beauty sponge, I'm gonna tap the blush into my skin. This is also a great hack to do if you accidentally add way too much blush to your skin and you feel like there's no going back, where you just look like a clown. If you use your beauty sponge to help press the blush into the skin, it's gonna help to sheer it out and not make it look as intense. I mean, you can already see the difference. Here's one side of tapping the blush into the skin, where this side is a little bit more intense and it has a little bit more harsh edges. It's more pigmented, where this side is just really soft and blended. And really, that's why I like to do this step after every single cream product that I apply to the skin. My favorite brand of sponges is definitely the Beauty Blender brand. I know they're a little bit expensive, but the way they squish, the way they work on the skin, it's just by far the best, honestly. But definitely any sponge you have will do the trick. Now let's move on to a little bit of setting powder. I'm a setting powder girl, so of course I have to set my face every single time. Recently, I've been so obsessed with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder. I have the shade Peach Pie, and I'm telling you, I've been using it every single day. No matter what look I do, I'm going in with this powder right here. So to set my face today, I'm just using this little powder puff from GLOWY, and since I want this look to be as glowy and fresh as possible, I'm just going to set underneath my eyes with this powder. And I'm also going to set my eyelids as well. But really, I'm only concentrating this on my eye area. I really want the glow from the cream products to stand out, so I'm really not trying to set all that into place with some powder. But I have to say, this powder right here is actually incredible. It is worth every single dollar, and any single skin type is going to love it. That's the best part, honestly. This is seriously such a lightweight powder, and I'm not kidding, it really does blur the skin. It helps make my pores look non-existent. It helps make everything just look so smooth and airbrushed. And I can't lie, Huda Beauty seriously snapped when she created this. I mean, she broke every single bone in her body. That's how iconic this is. Right now, this is definitely my favorite setting powder of all time. And I am so picky when it comes to powders. I haven't used any other powder in so long just because I love this so much. So I will forever and always be obsessed with this. Now, after I powdered my skin, I like to go back in with some powder, blush, and bronzer to help enhance the cream products underneath. So of course, I'm gonna go in with some powder bronzer first. This is from Hourglass, and this is the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. Now, if there's one thing about me, if I'm doing an everyday makeup look and I'm wearing some bronzer, this is the exact bronzer that I will be wearing. I can't tell you how obsessed I am with this bronzer. Out of all the powder bronzers that I have, this is my favorite one of all time. I really just love how easily this blends out. It is so lightweight, it's not too pigmented, but it's not too sheer either. It's right in the middle, so it gives it that sweet spot where you can really work with this to make it look so good every single day. I love the shade of this as well. And hands down, the #1 best part about this bronzer is that it has that wonderful glow from within that all the powders that Hourglass creates has in them. So it's not a completely matte bronzer. It really gives my skin a nice soft radiance to it. And since I want my makeup to be as fresh and glowy as possible, this is the exact bronzer that will help do that. I genuinely haven't found another powder bronzer that I love more than this one. I know I talk about other bronzers too, which I do love those. This one is just so insanely good that I can't help but be obsessed with this. I will say the shade range of this low-key kind of sucks. Not even low-key, high-key, it does suck. I wish Hourglass made bigger shade ranges, truly. Because the products are so good, they deserve more shades. Okay, so here's where things get a little bit tricky. So you know how after I apply a cream product to my skin, I would always go in with my beauty sponge and tap it out? Well, since I'm using powder products now, a beauty sponge is not going to do anything. So I like to use what I call an in case of emergency brush. This is a really big fluffy powder brush that has absolutely nothing on it. You want your in case of emergency brush to be as clean as possible every single time. So just dust it off on the same towel you've been using, and then I like to use really big swirling motions all over my cheek to help blend out the powder bronzer that I just applied. And I mean really big swirling motions. I'm making sure to hold my in case of emergency brush at the back of my brush so that I'm really helping to just lightly blend out the bronzer. I don't want to apply too much pressure. I really want the brush to do all the work for me. I'm just making it go in circular motions, that's it. Okay, now hear me out. Do you see the difference? This is with it completely blended out with the in case of emergency brush, and this is without blending it out. Do you see how there's a little bit more harsh lines here? Where on this side, it just looks so soft, smooth, and blended? Yeah, that's the magic of the in case of emergency brush. And now you can really see how extra I am when it comes to my makeup. I do a lot of little tedious steps, but honestly, steps like these really make a big difference. I mean, yeah, your makeup could still look good if you don't do this step right here, of course, but doing this right here is really gonna take your makeup to the next level, you know? I mean, in my opinion, if you have an in case of emergency brush, you're already considered a makeup pro. Now it's time to go in with some powder blush, and the blush that I'm going to be using today is from Benefit, and this is in the shade Willa. This is one of my favorite everyday blush shades. I love how it's a beautiful dusty rose shade. It's not too bright of a blush, blush, but it's also not too dark either. So I would consider this a more mid-tone dusty rose blush. This would look so beautiful on so many different skin tones, but also it's perfect for an everyday look because it's simply not too much. I also love that this is kind of more of a neutral blush, and I can't lie, Benefit kind of snapped with this blush formula. These blushes are so pigmented, but they're not overly pigmented where you just look like a clown right away. It's just pigmented enough to be able to build it up to how you like it. This formula goes on my cheeks very silky smooth and soft, and it never looks patchy or crusty or dry, and it also gives my cheeks a really nice satin finish. So really, I can't lie, I'm in love with this powder blush. Don't you see how cute it looks on my cheeks? And of course I have to go in with my In Case of Emergency brush, and I'm just gonna give it a really nice light dusting. You know, we gotta blend out any harsh edges that may be hanging around, because here on this channel we do not know any harsh edges. We like to look really smooth, soft, and blended. And you see that? Shout out to this In Case of Emergency brush. Now I know it's not 2016 anymore, but I still like to bake my face with some powder to give my face a really nice chiseled look. And don't worry, I will be wiping off this powder, and you'll see when I dust this away that my blush and bronzer just look so much better and way more clean. And for everyday makeup, I love a good fresh and clean look. My everyday eyeshadow look recently has been 1 to 2 shades of a matte eyeshadow right in the crease, and I've been loving this Makeup by Mario Master Neutrals eyeshadow palette, and that's exactly what I used today. For some reason, I've just been loving a good matte eyeshadow look. I did 1 shade in the crease and then a lighter shade on the lid, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. And then for the lower lash line, I use my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. I use this eye pencil every single time I do my makeup. Literally every single time. Sometimes I'll switch it up and use a black pencil, but if I'm doing my makeup every single day, I will be using this pencil in the waterline every single time. It's a 10 out of 10 for me, and these two babies, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with them, okay? Let's add some more glow to my cheeks, so let's go in with some highlighter. Recently, I have been loving this beautiful Benefit Cosmetics Cookie Highlighter. It is so gorgeous, so blinding, and just watch how good it looks on the cheeks. I mean, you see that one swipe and it's already so pigmented and so blinding. That's exactly how I like my highlighters to be. You know, if I'm going for a super fresh and glowy makeup look, we cannot skip the highlighter. This is a mandatory step in my makeup routine that I will never skip. Literally, I will never skip adding highlighter. I don't care what year it is. I don't care if it's 2016 or 2036. I will be adding highlighter to every single look. I prefer to look like a glazed donut at all times. I also do want to look like the Tin Man. I want you to see my highlight from about 10 miles away. I want to look like a star from the solar system, and I want to glow a lot. Now, even though I'm going for a super fresh and glowy makeup look, I'm going to take my In Case of Emergency brush and I'm just going to dust some highlight away. I can't lie, this Benefit highlighter has been around for so long, and recently it's been going viral all over the internet, and it has been for a while. But as you can see, it really deserves to because it's that good. Oh my god. And it's the perfect addition to an everyday look, especially if I want to be glowy and fresh. Now my lip combo changes from day to day, so since it's the fall time and I'm feeling a little bit festive, I wanted to go for a nice brown lip combo today. And if you're curious, I'll quickly tell you what it is. I didn't want to include it too much because my lip combos change from how I feel day to day. The good thing about an everyday look is that I can go with multiple different lip combos. The lip liner that I used is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Cool Brown, and then I topped it off with the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Aaron. Love this lip combo. It's so pretty and is definitely giving fall. But now, the real last step of this makeup look definitely has to be some dewy setting spray. So of course, I have to use the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Spray that I've been using throughout this entire video. So of course, now I just have to drench my face with the setting spray, and this is about to snatch this look. So I'm gonna spray this all over my face. I'm covering my eyes so I don't mess up my mascara or my eyeliner, but I'm really going in with the setting spray and I'm drenching my entire face. I want it to be soaking wet. The more you go in with this, the better it's gonna look once it dries down. I know that sounds crazy, and I know it feels weird to just drench your makeup after you applied it, but this is about to smooth out your makeup. It's about to get rid of any powder that's sitting on top of your skin, and it's already starting to dry down. It's so glowy and so fresh. It looks so hydrated, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready to wear this look every single day. And that's it. Here's today's final super fresh and glowy makeup look. I absolutely love how this look turned out today. It's exactly how I envisioned it. It's giving fall, but it's still giving every day, you know? I wanted the glow from today's look to be seen from miles away, and I feel like I achieved that. You see how glowy the skin is? You can never go wrong. I love all these products that I used today. I mean, they're honestly iconic. They've never failed me, and as you can see, they know how to create a really nice look. So I challenge you to have a little fun with your makeup this fall season. And why not be a little extra when it comes to your makeup? Sit down, relax, and I know you're gonna have some makeup fun. If you have any more makeup questions or want to see anything else from me, definitely leave them down in the comments below. below and I will get back to you as soon as I can, okay? I hope you learned something from today's video because I had so much fun hanging out with you today and I hope you did too. If you're curious about any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, I linked them all down in the description box for you just in case you want to go ahead and check any of them out. They're all right there for you waiting to be clicked. And of course, as always, I'll be back next week with a brand new video, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss when I upload my next video. And then that way we can truly become besties. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. If you've made it to this point in this video, I want to give you a really big shout out. I seriously cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you. You know, in the month of November, I'm feeling very thankful. So seriously, shout out to you. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and P.S. don't forget to subscribe so that we can truly become besties. I love that for us. Bye! I'll see you on the next one. Oh, my Dr. Pepper is gone. It's gone. I need a new one now, don't I?